Do you know what is one of the biggest problem that most people face today? It's the fact that our mind is always chattering. Our mind is always talking. There's something happening. Either it's stress or it's anxiety or it's wondering what's to happen or it's coming up with plans and trying to make them work or it's about relationship stress. There is always something happening in the mind all the time. And if a person in today's world could put all that aside and for some time, even if it is for 10 minutes every day, if a person could have a peaceful mind where they could just do some self work, if they could get into that state where they can access their subconscious mind and focus on themselves, wouldn't that be wonderful? That peaceful state, even if it's for just 10 minutes. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a self-hypnosis method, a proven method, which you can use to either sleep better or to meditate or to just take some time off so that you can cool down and you can relax your mind. And I'm going to take you through a step-by-step strategy of how you can make this method work for you. So stay tuned till the end of this video. Hi, everybody. I'm Shenoy Manek, and I have spent the last 19 years working with people, helping them reprogram their subconscious mind and live a better life. And my channel, Shenoy Manek, NLP Magic, is a place where I have made hundreds of videos on the topic of neuro-linguistic programming and many such sciences which helps you reprogram your mind. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel and you're watching this on my YouTube channel, do subscribe. Click the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you can be the first to get notified with every video. So let's get straight into the video right now. The self-hypnosis method that I'm going to talk about is known as the Betty Erickson method because it was developed by Betty Erickson, who was the spouse of Milton Erickson, the father of hypnotherapy. Now, Betty Erickson had a lot of trouble sleeping, and every time she tried sleeping, her mind would be full of thoughts. And she spent many, many years perfecting this one technique that allowed her to sleep within a couple of minutes. And I'm sure you can use this too if you have trouble sleeping. I had a lot of insomnia at one point in my life, and I have helped a lot of my clients overcome insomnia using this method. And trust me, I'm going to give you a step-by-step strategy and take you through the entire thing during this video. So what is self-hypnosis? I won't get into details. I'll leave the links of all the previous videos I've made on self-hypnosis. I've also told you how to do hypnosis step by step. I've told you another method. So do go through all those videos as well. Click those links. But today I'm going to go straight into the Betty Erickson method. One of the first things that you will have to do to be able to practice self-hypnosis is that you will need to set aside that time every single day. Trust me, things like this don't get done automatically. I am not able to do them automatically if I don't schedule it. Life takes over, things happen, and self-work tends to take a backseat no matter how much you try. So it's important that you decide that I'm going to be taking 10 minutes or 15 minutes of self-work every day. So I want you all to type in the comment section, what would you use self-hypnosis for if you had some time every day where you could just get in touch with yourself and calm yourself down? What would you use it for? Would you use it for sleeping better? Would you use it for meditation? Would you use it just to calm yourself down? What can this technique do for you? Please type in the comment section so I can figure out what you are here for today, right? Also, the second thing that you will have to do apart from deciding when you're going to do it is what time of the day are you going to do your self-hypnosis. It's not just the intention is not enough. Decide, I'm going to, trust me when I say this, the best time to do self-hypnosis is usually in the afternoon, the time after your lunch, where you tend to have that natural slump and you're like, oh, I'm feeling sleepy. That's an amazing time to do self-hypnosis. You can just sit back, find a quiet spot, and you can just relax and do this method that I'm talking about. So step one is just finding a spot where time and space where nobody is going to disturb you. And trust me when I say this, you have to decide. Put your phone off, switch off the doorbell, or if you're at work, get into a quiet cabin and tell people not to disturb you. It's very, very important, right? So that would be the first step of doing the Betty Erickson method. I can see that a lot of people have already joined in. Hi, Mamta. Hi, Kiran. Please, everybody, type in the comment section. Where are you joining from today so that I can start interacting with you all? So first step, find a quiet place. I know it sounds simple, but it's very, very important. The second step is once you have found a space and you lean back and you kind of make yourself comfortable, You would think the second step would be to close your eyes, but no, 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 don't close your eyes yet. Okay, before you close your eyes, because if you just close your eyes straight away, your mind is going to have 100 things to say. It's going to keep chattering and it's not going to allow you to focus in your inner world, right? So before you close your eyes, the Betty Erickson method says that you've got to start observing your external world. If you have even learned a little bit about hypnosis, one of the ways to get into a state of trance is to overwhelm your senses, is to direct your attention to things so that your mind is not going all over the place. So, what you do is, I'm going to put it at the bottom of the screen here to make it easier for yourself. You're going to just sit in a place and you're going to start observing what are you seeing around you, what are you hearing, and what are you feeling. And you're going to start making these statements to yourself. You're going to say, I am, and if you are in a place where you can do this, you can do this along with me right now. Okay, it's going to really help you out. Practice this along with me, and otherwise, you can come back to this video again later in the day after. Watch it now and then do it again later. Okay. So first thing you're going to say is, I am now aware that I can see. Just mention something you can see. Like right now, I can see my camera. I wish I could see you folks, but I know you're here, you're listening to me, and you're enjoying yourself. I can see my camera. I'm now aware that I can see my camera. Second, what can you hear? I'm now aware that I can hear my air conditioning, right? Three, what can you feel? I'm now aware that I'm able to feel the table under my palms. Does it make sense? And you continue just mentioning something you can see, something you can hear, and something you can feel. And keep doing this. So externally, on the external world, what can you see? What can you hear? What can you feel? So what happens when you do this? When you do this, you're actually directing your attention to things. So all those thoughts of worry, what am I going to do tomorrow? What's going to happen? Will this person respond or not? Am I going to get better? All those questions, all that chatter goes away because you are intentionally directing your focus to other things. And as you keep doing this, your mind starts getting a little tired because you're constantly observing what you see, what you hear, what you feel. And there is one point in which your eyes will start closing. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for commenting. Thank you, Mamta. I really wish I could see you too. Right? So once you start observing that way, your eyes will start getting tired. And the third step would be to start observing things in your internal world. So as you close your eyes, you will realize that there is a world within you. Even if your eyes are closed and you can't see anything on the outside, you can see things in your mind's eye. And once your eyes close, you start observing things on inside. What do I mean by that? When you close your eyes, certain visuals will start flashing in front of your eyes. Now, do not indulge in any one visual. If you see, let's say, your child's face, don't indulge in that thought and start worrying about your child. Just observe and say it in your mind. I am now aware that I can see my child's face. And then what can you hear? I'm now aware that in your mind's eye, you might be saying something to yourself. I'm now aware that I can hear myself thinking about something. Third, what can you feel on the inside? I'm now aware that I'm feeling more relaxed. Again, keep going. I'm now aware that I can see a rainbow in my mind's eye. I'm now aware that I can hear my mother's voice. I'm now aware that I can feel calmer. I'm now aware that I can see. So you'll keep observing what you can see, what you can hear, and what you can feel within yourself. So do you see how we did it? First, we observed everything you can see, everything you can hear, and everything you can feel on the outside, touch and feel on the outside. And when you felt sleepy and you closed your eyes, you continued observing, seeing, hearing, and feeling things in your internal world. And this way, you continue to direct your focus and just observe and move on to the next thing. This method does not allow your mind to go all over the place at all. It keeps your focus directed so that you can just keep getting more and more and more sleepy, and you can fall asleep over a period of time, or you can get into a state of trance. Folks, if you are finding this method valuable and what I'm saying is making sense to you, please type in I am excited in the comment section so that I know that you're really excited about these techniques and methods that I'm sharing with you all. All right, so you'll get it. So you will say, okay, now what? I'll continue observing. And as you continue observing, there'll come a time when you realize that you're really relaxed and you actually might fall asleep. Remember, this method can be used for going to bed at night. Just lie down in your bed and do this method. Observe things on the outside, close your eyes and start observing things on the inside. And keep doing it till you drift off into sleep so your mind is not wandering, right? Or if you're doing it in the afternoon or any other time of the day when you have, let's say, 10 minutes, you can actually play some music, right? You can play some very mild music on the outside, so that and you can keep that for, let's say, 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So when the music comes to an end, your mind gets an indication that it's time to now slowly wake up, right? So once you have gone into a state of trance and you are deep within it, you can do two things. One, you can continue just observing and moving on, observing and letting go, observing and letting go till you feel deep and composed. This will make you more aware as a person. You will just become aware of your internal world. You will know what thoughts come to my mind, and you will just be able to know your thoughts so that you can organize them in the future, so you can become more aware. Or before you get into a state of trance, you can think of a certain phrase that you can repeat to yourself. For example, there is a phrase that I really love that I read in the Louis Hay book, You Can Heal Your Life, which is, I love and accept myself just the way I am, or all is well in my world, right? You can continue to just keep saying that one phrase repeatedly in your mind, because when your subconscious mind is open and when you are so deep within trance, whatever you say to yourself becomes a belief. It becomes deep rooted. So you can take some really strategically placed affirmations and say them when you are in your state of deep trance. Sounds interesting, isn't it? And it really, really works. So this is what you can do when you're in a state of trance, or you can just allow yourself to go to sleep if it's in the night, right? Now, what happens? What about when you want to come out of your state of trance? How do you do that? You would do that exactly in the same way. When you start waking up, or your music starts, tapering and stopping, and you know that it's time for you to get up, you again start with observing your internal world. What do I see within my mind's eye? What do I hear? What do I feel? Keep observing till you start becoming aware of the external world. So, as you start waking up, you will realize that you have started becoming aware of the external world. So, slowly become aware of what you can feel. So, when you're coming out, you will do it exactly in the opposite. You will first observe what you feel, then what you hear, and then what you see. When you got in, you observed see, hear, and feel. When you're coming out of your state of trance, you're going to observe what you what you feel, then hear, and then see. So you seeing will be the last when you open your eyes. Does that make sense? And then when you open your eyes gently and slowly for some time, so that you do not just jump out of bed, you allow yourself to come out slowly from your state of trance. Continue observing what you feel, what you hear, and what you see on the external world till you feel nice and wide awake and rejuvenated. I know this might sound a little bit complicated when I'm talking about it right now, but trust me, when you start practicing it, it becomes such a gradual process. I have told about this, I have actually trained hundreds of people on this method. I have taught this to all my aunts and my mom and my friends, anybody who's going through insomnia or anybody who's got a restless mind. And they have come back saying that this really, really works. I want you to go back and I want you to use this method so that you can experience it. And please comment what you are, what you have learned and what has been your experience using the Betty Erickson method. And folks, if you have really enjoyed this video and you have learned a lot and you're going to practice this, please hit the like button, because the more you engage with this video, you comment, you share, you like, I'm going to be able to reach more and more people. If you go through my channel, you'll realize that I am giving out so much. Hardly anybody ever gives out all the techniques. I'm giving out everything. Yes, we conduct workshops of neuro-linguistic programming, hypnosis, NLP coach workshops, and anybody who is interested in doing deep-rooted transformation, deep-rooted work within themselves, and really wants to learn how to use neuro-linguistic programming and hypnosis and become change agents or deep-rooted change makers, do visit our website, indianschoolofsuccess.com. Vimal, my spouse, and I, we run indianschoolofsuccess.com, and we conduct open programs. So anybody can attend our workshops live online from anywhere in the world. And trust me when I say this, I'm so excited to work with you, because I have seen such amazing transformations in people that I have worked with. And I have so much conviction in this science of NLP and hypnosis. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining me today. And like I said, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, it's called Shenoy Manek, and it was earlier called NLP Magic. Please look for my channel and subscribe so that you can access more than those 100 videos, and you're the first to be notified of every video that I put out. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was a pleasure speaking with you all, and I'm going to see you all very soon with another video. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye-bye.